Hello you guys, my name is Savannah. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are just gonna do a week of reading together, see how much reading I get up to, see how many pages I read in a typical week. If you guys watched my last video, first of all, I might look a little bit familiar right now because I literally just filmed the outro for that vlog before filming this intro. But in that other vlog, I read This Woven Kingdom. So I would recommend maybe watching that vlog before you watch this one, because the first book I'm gonna pick up this week is the second book in that series. I don't know why I keep forgetting the names of each of the books in this series, but this one, the second book, is These Infinite Threads by Tahir Mafi. I'm actually in the middle of, I think, 3 other books right now, but nothing was hitting for me the way This Woven Kingdom did, so I just decided TBR is gonna be thrown to the side for now, and we're gonna continue this series. Just so you guys know what I've been reading, I'll tell you. I think all the books that I have are from Libby right now. Yeah, they are. One audiobook from Libby is Accomplice to the Villain. This is a series that I like, but don't love. So I'm kind of thinking about maybe DNFing it. Let's see how far into it I am. Okay, I'm 28% into the audiobook. Oh, and it's due back to the library in 2 days. So maybe we will DNF that. We'll see. Nothing against this book though. I think it's a really fun, sweet, funny, whimsical, but yet also very deep series. So I could see myself going back to it in the future. The other audiobook that I've started is kind of random, but it's Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain. I grew up watching his shows, No Reservations, and I forgot the name of the other one. He's always been such an interesting and seemingly wise person to me. So when I saw that this audiobook was available on Libby, I decided to just listen to it for fun. And I love it when people narrate their own books. He's the narrator for the audiobook. So you really get his sense of humor, his wit, and his personality throughout this audiobook, which is really fun. I'm also learning so much about the restaurant industry. It might be kind of random for me to be reading this book, but I don't know. Sometimes it's fun to learn new random things. Okay, and then the third book that I have from the library right now is My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I have the Kindle version of that book. I read dropped my phone. I read the first chapter of this book and actually really liked it. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting. So I could definitely see myself going back to that one after I finish the This Woven Kingdom series. If I still have my loan from the library, that is. But yeah, that's kind of a rundown on what I've been reading. I will see you guys when I'm actually reading. Hoping to sit down and read some of this tonight when I get back from work. Okay, you guys, it is now the best time of day. I've finished work, finished everything I've had to do today, taken my shower. I even made some tea, 3-mint tea, peppermint, spearmint, and I really wonder what the third mint was. Anyways, I've listened to about 22% of Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain today. I'll do the math at a later date and put how many pages 22% of that book equates to right here. Even though this is a book strictly about Anthony Bourdain's life in the restaurant business, it feels like one of those memoirs that is such a page-turning train wreck that you just can't stop reading, or in my case, listening to it. Other memoirs that gave me the similar feeling are Julia Fox's memoir, Down the Drain, and Jeanette McCurdy's memoir, I'm Glad My Mom Died. If you've read those books, I feel like you know what I mean. Your jaw drops even further with every chapter as you learn more and more about the chaos that was their lives. Anyways, that's the same vibe that this book is giving, but we're following Anthony Bourdain in New York City, in the restaurant business, in the early 2000s, living a crazy life. If there's one thing that this book has taught me, it's that I am not cut out for the restaurant business. Obviously, I've always had respect for everybody who works in food service, but it's one of those things what almost gives you even more empathy when you read someone's actual story in the business. That's why reading is so important. It gives you a deeper understanding for people who are living different lives than you. Anyways, I digress. I'll probably finish this audiobook on my drive to work tomorrow because I have a long drive to work tomorrow and I am fascinated by this man's life. But now for something entirely different. I discovered that at least the first 3 books in the This Woven Kingdom series are on Kindle Unlimited. So lucky me, because I prefer to do my nighttime reading on my Kindle so I can turn the lights off, get all cozy, and that's just what we're gonna do. We're on chapter 2 of These Infinite Fates. Is that what this book is called? I keep getting the titles mixed up. These Infinite Threads, book 2 of the This Woven Kingdom series. My new hyperfixation. I'm just so excited to keep reading this.
Meet me at this time tomorrow. There's something you need to know. I got used to see you as a friend, but deep inside there's something.
Hi guys, I was just editing my bookshelf scavenger hunt vlog where I read This Woven Kingdom and noticed that I should really start getting ready before I film these clips. Clearly we're not starting that yet, but maybe in the next clip I'll be wearing makeup. Today is Wednesday, which means I need to let you guys know how much I read on Monday and on Tuesday. On Monday, I listened to 22% of Kitchen Confidential by Anthony Bourdain, which equated to 69 pages. And then I read 2 chapters of These Infinite Threads that equated to 35 pages. So 69 plus 35 equals a total of 104 pages for Monday. On Tuesday, I listened to 28% of Kitchen Confidential. That equated to 87 pages of listening. And then I read 2 chapters of These Infinite Threads, which was 24 pages. 87 plus 24 equals 111. And then today, Wednesday, I started on chapter 6 of These Infinite Threads. And I'm now up to chapter 13 because I was listening to it while I worked from home. I've listened to 85 pages so far, but I really want to sit down and read as much of this as I can tonight because I'm really enjoying it and I really want to know what's going to happen because I feel like Miss Moffy is pulling a fast one on me. I feel like she's been tricking me. Anyways, so far I feel like this is a pretty good depiction of how much I normally read in a week. I get a lot of time in the car to listen to audiobooks. And then typically I read just a few chapters of whatever I'm reading on my Kindle before I fall asleep. And then I probably have a few evenings a week, like this evening, where I get to sit down and actually read a good chunk of a book. I kind of want to make a TikTok and see how much of this I can read in an hour. I feel like that'd be kind of fun. I'll let you guys know how much I actually end up reading today in total, whether that's later tonight or tomorrow. It'll probably be tomorrow because typically the very last thing I do before I pass out is read on my Kindle. And I love that I can read this on my Kindle, read the physical book when I feel like reading a physical book, and listen to the audiobook on Spotify because my Spotify plan just renewed today. So I have 15 fresh hours of listening time. Anyways, I'm gonna read.
The world seems so hollow. Ooh, without you by my side. Ooh, from the moment I dared to follow a whispering voice inside, I realized I'm in love. Ooh.
Okay, hi guys. Today is Friday, so I have lots to update you on. Ignore the fact that my sheets are in the wash, please. Anyways, let's pull up my notes so I can see what exactly I did read this week. Okay, Wednesday was the last day I think I talked to you guys. I ended up reading chapter 6 through chapter 22 of These Infinite Threads, which was a total of 198 pages. I really liked sitting down and just reading for an hour on the timer, so I definitely want to do that more often. On Thursday, I read chapter 22 through the end of These Infinite Threads, and that was 121 pages. Also yesterday, I did decide to DNF Accomplice to the Villain. Softly DNFing it because my rental from the library expired, so I didn't really have a choice but to softly DNF that one, which is so okay because I'm way more into the This Woven Kingdom series right now than I was into that series. And then as I said, today is Friday. I read just a little bit of All This Twisted Glory. This is the 3rd book in the This Woven Kingdom series. I'm sorry that this vlog has just turned into me being obsessed with this series, but what page did I get to? Oh, I only got to page 19. So 19 pages for Friday because I don't think I'm gonna be doing any more reading today. Andrew and I are actually gonna go to the store soon and get pumpkins to carve, so that's gonna be so fun. Let's total up how many pages I read this week, just including Monday through Friday, obviously. Okay, I read a total of 553 pages, which averages about 110 per day. That is gonna wrap up today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'm sorry that I didn't get through this book. I think it would have been really fun to read the first 3 books of the This Woven Kingdom series in this video. Maybe this will end up being in another one. If not, it will at least be in my wrap-ups, but just know I'm loving this series so much. I need you guys to read it. With all that being said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.